Just ahead, the latest on the search for a killer who took 3 lives at a Hermitage restaurant.
And is it time for a change in the name of a local university? That story and more right now on The Scene at 10.
WSMV Nashville, working for you. With Demetria Kaladimos and Dan Miller, Rudy Kalis Sports, and Bill Hall's weather.
We have several things that we're looking at this time. As far as one specific person, I really would rather not comment on that.
Members of the Metro Murder Squad continue the search for the killer or killers of 3 workers at a McDonald's in Hermitage. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to The Scene at 10.
First tonight, the massacre at a Hermitage McDonald's. 3 workers were shot and killed after the store closed Sunday night. A 4th employee who was repeatedly stabbed remains in critical condition. For now, police are saying the motive was robbery. Channel 4's Mike Maychak is live in Hermitage on Lebanon Road with the latest for us. Mike?
Demetria, that surviving employee, Jose Gonzalez, remains in critical condition, although doctors tell detectives that his condition is improving at Vanderbilt Medical Center. And of course, that is good news for detectives, counting on Gonzalez to be one of their key witnesses in helping find the people responsible for this apparent robbery turned triple homicide.
He did give some brief information at the very beginning when he was with Medcom and on the way to the hospital, but not since that time.
30-year-old Jose Alfredo Ramirez Gonzalez, the critically wounded McDonald's employee, could hold the key to catching his co-worker's killer. Gonzalez, repeatedly stabbed, makes the call to 911 just after midnight from the Hermitage McDonald's. There, in the rear of the building, 27-year-old night manager Ronald Santiago and 23-year-old Robert Sewell shot to death.
Well, ever since he graduated from high school, he worked. McDonald's was the first place he ever worked.
Also killed Andrea Brown, a 17-year-old Hume Fogg High School student.
A great person to be around, a great person to talk to, you know. She was always there. She was just wonderful.
Nashville's mayor also among those expressing their grief.
I'm sorry you live in a world where this kind of thing can happen, and there's a lot of people doing their best to make sure it never happens again.
Metro detectives, as yet, not disclosing details of the apparent robbery turned triple murder.
And there are some things that are obvious to us, but exactly what transpired or exactly how it transpired is still under investigation.
One theory, the killer or killers might have been hiding somewhere inside the McDonald's, possibly made their move after the restaurant closed at 11 o'clock.
And fully think that, although of course this is an isolated incident, that our security procedures are very definitely adequate.
The McDonald's just a few miles from the Lebanon Road Captain D's, scene of last month's double murder. Investigators unable yet to make a connection. Meanwhile, Metro Police have been instructed to give all Nashville's fast food eateries special attention.
We have heightened the awareness of our officers to pay closer attention to these businesses.
Lead murder squad detective Mike Rowland says that detectives are following up some, in his words, very good leads. And one of those leads is a description of a possible suspect vehicle. Detectives are looking for a gray over black 1980s model Buick Regal. A vehicle matching this description was seen leaving McDonald's during the time period of the shootings. Also, the McDonald's Corporation, with $25,000, has opened a memorial and trust fund for the victims' families. Donations can be made at any First American Bank branch to the Hermitage Memorial Fund. Also, Demetria, detectives with Jose Gonzalez's improving condition are hopeful they can get in to see him within the next few days and get more details of his account of what happened inside the McDonald's.
Mike, what about reward money? Is there any posted?
Right now, Demetria, $6,000, $1,000 the standard Crime Stoppers reward. McDonald's has put up $5,000.
All right, thanks. Mike Maychak.
Whether or not this morning's murders were connected to those at the Captain D's last month was one of the first questions on Deanna Hampton's mind today. She is the widow of Steve Hampton, the Captain D's manager, who, along with 16-year-old employee Sarah Jackson, was murdered just 2 miles from the McDonald's. Hampton says her prayers are with the victims' families because she knows exactly what they're going through, and she's pleading with the public to help solve both of these cases.
Please come forward, you know, don't keep quiet, because it's going to be somebody else next time. You know, there's 4 people dead. You know, we don't know if they're related, we don't know, but please come forward. This is too many people in too short a time.
Hampton says she relived her husband's murder after learning about this morning's rampage. Whoever killed Steve Hampton and Sarah Jackson is still on the loose. In Cheatham County, for a second straight day, authorities have searched unsuccessfully for a man they say drowned in the Harpeth River. Fire department officials say Scott Darty was boating with 4 friends near Cedar Hill Road in Kingston Springs on Sunday. The boat hit a tree and capsized, and Darty disappeared. Authorities say they will resume their search tomorrow if the weather permits.
In Knoxville, a grand jury is considering first-degree murder charges against Tony Vick. He's the man accused of murdering his girlfriend, Kathy Beadle. Vick was arrested several days ago in New Jersey for shoplifting a suit. His arrest came just a few days after Beadle's body was found buried under concrete behind the Knoxville home she had shared with Vick. Authorities are holding Vick in jail in lieu of $1 million bond.
Funeral arrangements have been made for Kyle Gullahorn, the Vanderbilt football player who died over the weekend. The 19-year-old student died after a fall from a dormitory window Saturday night. Officials say Gullahorn was upset over an argument with his girlfriend when the accident happened. He will be laid to rest Wednesday near his home in Hueytown, Alabama. The Vanderbilt football team will attend that service.
A controversial animal cruelty bill is one step closer to becoming law tonight. Despite the protest of 160 Tennessee humane associations, a bill that would require a veterinarian or agriculture agent to confirm livestock abuse passed the full House tonight.
I just wish that perhaps we had been given the opportunity to voice our opinions about it, perhaps invited to sit on some kind of a committee with the authors of this bill so that they could see just exactly how it was going to affect those of us that work in the shelters.
But those in favor of the bill say it doesn't permit abuse, just gives farmers more protection.
The most heinous crime I can think of is sexual abuse of a child. But before charges can be brought against someone for abusing a child, the child must be examined by a qualified professional. All this bill says is that a qualified person must examine the livestock.
The bill goes on to the Senate Wednesday.
In Murfreesboro tonight, the public had a chance to express thoughts about a possible name change for Middle Tennessee State University. A committee at the university is exploring a name change to better represent the changes at the school and its continued growth. One name getting a lot of consideration is the University of Middle Tennessee.
One reason why we're looking at the University of Middle Tennessee is that MTSU educates more Middle Tennesseans than the top 4 universities in this area. And so we really feel like we are the University of Middle Tennessee.
Also up for debate is a possible change in the school's nickname and mascot. The committee is expected to make its final recommendations on a possible name change to the university president in the fall. Another public forum will be held on the topic at the Alumni Center tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock.
Your tax dollars and how they're being used for metro schools were up for discussion at a public forum tonight. The forum was held to educate and encourage dialogue among members of the African American community about metro schools and its desegregation plan. One panel member said he believes several tax raises over the past few years, specifically for schools, have not been accounted for.
And you can't tell me if we can finance an arena and a stadium, that we can't get these schools. I'm calling for an audit of the government.
African Americans currently account for 41% of the students in the metro school system. Here's Bill Hall with tonight's first look at weather. Nice day today.
Beautiful day, Demetrius. Clouds have started to increase tonight, so we'll have increase in cloudiness later on, clear early, partly cloudy later on. And 59 degrees now, south wind at 12, pressure falling, relative humidity at 53%. Our forecast tonight, as we said, clear over some areas and giving way to increasing cloudiness. Thus we go clear to partly cloudy. By morning, low 53. Now tomorrow looks like a rainy day with area storms at this time. Don't foresee most of this activity starting until noontime or for the afternoon hours. High of 70. It'll be a windy day, south wind at 20, low 48 Wednesday morning, which will be a cooler day, and we'll be back with Good Friday, Easter, and all the other good stuff.
Alrighty,
Okay.
thanks.
Coming up on the scene at 10, men and women shop there to make home improvements, but does Home Depot need to make improvements in its policies toward female employees? We'll have details. But first, the Supreme Court debates letting police barge in unannounced to make drug searches. That story is next.
It's a 10-day sales event, and the only place you'll find these values is at your Central Tennessee GMC dealer for 10 days only. A sales event that includes every full-size GMC Sierra pickup in stock. And now, incredibly, you can lease a new Sierra extended cab for as low as $299 a month. Or choose option package savings of up to $1,250 during your GMC dealer's 10-day sales event. Don't miss it. See your Central Tennessee GMC dealer today.
Fashion Fair reveals the beauty that is you. From fresh skincare to makeup for the perfect finish, Fashion Fair becomes you. Celebrate your beauty with all the colors that are you with Fashion Fair Cosmetics. Try oil-free perfect finish cream to powder makeup. You'll love it. Receive this great collection of beauty essentials with your $15 or more Fashion Fair purchase at Dillard's.
At Walgreens, we've got a wide selection of Easter candy for the kids.
Gimme.
And a little something for you. Walgreens has everything you need for Easter, like your favorite Russell Stover chocolate treats, and a big selection of Hallmark Easter cards to choose from. Making your own Easter eggs? Get a 32-ounce bottle of Heinz vinegar or 1 dozen grade A large eggs for just 89 cents. This week at Walgreens.
As a rule, engines develop good torque only when you push hard on the accelerator. But even at idle speed, a Dodge Magnum V8 can pull this loaded Ram 1500, and this loaded 2500, and a loaded 3500. 15 tons. That's because every Ram truck has to pull more than its own weight, even at idle. That's our rule. Dodge Ram, again ranked the most appealing full-size pickup by J.D. Power & Associates.
Are you ready, Jimmy? Yes. All right. I'm Sharon Puckett, Professor U.B. Sharp, and our friend Jimmy.
Here to tell you about Channel 4's Saturn celebration for Easter seals at Opryland.
On April 20th, join Keith Bilbrey, Charlie Chase, Buddy Killen, and me when Channel 4 takes the 1997 Easter seal celebration to Opryland.
Join us by picking up a discount coupon at Burger King.
Channel 4's Saturn celebration for Easter seals live from Opryland.
On Channel 4, working for you.
You're watching The Scene at 10 on the Channel 4 News.
Should police officers be allowed to raid private homes in any drug case without knocking or identifying themselves? That's a question the Supreme Court was asked to consider today. A Wisconsin law allows such searches, but the defendant in one case says it's unconstitutional. Attorneys for that defendant say unannounced searches put residents in danger. But Wisconsin's Attorney General says police should be free to decide the best way to serve a warrant.
It only makes common sense to say that if you knock on the door and you say police search warrant, that the response to that by that drug dealer is not going to be a polite, oh, won't you please come in? That the response is going to be to get weapons or to destroy evidence.
If the Supreme Court upholds Wisconsin's blanket rule allowing no-knock searches, other states would be under strong pressure to follow. A ruling in the case is expected by summer.
The Home Depot building supply company may have a serious problem to fix, a glass ceiling. Female workers for the company have filed a federal lawsuit charging Home Depot keeps women